Because it's a radical vision of hope. We've seen over the last 40, 50 years how the other mainstream parties have not delivered the things that people wanted. They've not reduced inequality. They've not provided greater opportunity. Here, specifically in Northern Ireland, I gave the example about the failure to regulate the private rented sector. If you talk about the commitment from the executive parties to build social homes, on average, they committed to building 2,000 social homes a year. And over the last 20 years, they should have built 40,000. And instead, they built less than 18,000 social homes. They also failed to regulate the private rented sector. And I would ask questions then about how many MPs, landlords and councillors are landlords and profiting from a system that they failed to regulate. What I would say to Bobby is go to Larne and look at people who are homeless or waiting on houses or living with relatives or sofa surfing. 32,000 households are homeless in Northern Ireland. What the Assembly are doing, what the executive parties are doing is not working. No, but people thought we were weird and eccentric when we were talking about the environment, and now suddenly most parties care about the environment. People thought we were weird and eccentric about offering an alternative to drug policy, and now others are moving on that. And I would push back about rent controls, and I would say really, you know, if we're talking the average rent in Belfast, we're seeing it go in 3 years. We're seeing when the Assembly failed to regulate. We're seeing it increase by almost £400. Wages have not gone up by £400. And we know anecdotally, and we see that as political reps, people's tenancies are ended and then their house is back on the market a couple of weeks later with an extra £200 or £300 a month slapped on top of it.